Hey guys, I have some very good news and some pretty bad news. And I think that the good news are amazing. But the bad news also, I think, is the primary reason why we are not at 100,000 yet in Bitcoin, and why we just corrected from 93 all the way down to 86. And on Ethereum, all the way from 3,400 down to 3K, which is not good. There is a reason why that is happening. Well, first of all, it is just profit taking, and just technically, before I give you all the news and all the shenanigans, which you need to understand here, is that just technically we're creating a top. Just even, I know that a lot of you are gonna say it's normal in the bull run that we're gonna have corrections. It's true, it's fine. There is nothing that very much to worry about. However, this can be slightly deeper than we anticipated. So because there is some bad news kind of backing it. So, but technically, we actually have very distinct support, distinct resistance, and hopefully maybe we'll just keep consolidating just to keep on pushing to the next target of Ethereum of $3,500. And the same thing goes for Bitcoin. That actually, if we zoom in, we're gonna see the same kind of a similar formation, some kind of a wedge. Maybe we can grab some liquidity at 85K and then go to our next target of 100,000. So that's basically the technicalities, because it's just a healthy correction to kick out a lot of people. And that's what I'm actually currently using to scale my trades, which I'm going to show you just in a second before I show you all the news. But overall, let me just quickly show you the ETH trade. So here's the ETH trade, currently sitting at 263. But here, as I was showing you, that I'm going to be adding to the trade, and that's what I actually did. So I added here. I also added here. I added here. And I also have another order at 3,017, and I'm adding basically another $150,000 to it. Let me just quickly check. It's about 50 ETH, so yeah, $150,000. So the trade currently is 2.6 million. And if Ethereum actually, I don't know, something is with my internet. I hate to trade and travel, but it is what it is. I have to travel and keep you guys posted. So if you appreciate it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You're always notified when I make a new upload. And comment down in the comment section just for the purposes of the algorithms. But if you want to keep consuming content for free, like freebie and do nothing in return, up to you. I cannot control it, unfortunately. So therefore, this trade will keep scaling it. The same thing goes for the trades that we have on TapBit. So I have the SEI trade, Solana trade, and the Starknet trade. And actually to Starknet, I just added to the position, which I think is just a good point to add to it, and also to SEI. So I added a little bit to SEI. I did not touch Solana. Solana still has the same orders. And Starknet, I just added quite a bit to Starknet because I think that it should rally. I mean, when Ethereum is going to keep rallying, I think the Starknet is also going to be a big beneficiary of the up move. So therefore, I did add a little bit to Starknet here. So we took a position here, added a bit here. If we're gonna drop lower to like 39 cents, big order block here, and also 35 cents, also just in my opinion, great opportunities. Same thing is with the AI coins that I was showing you before. And yes, guys, as you can see, I'm trading on Bybit as well as TapBit. And with Bybit, you can actually claim up to $30,000 initial deposit bonuses. But the benefit of Bybit is that on top of this, if you use my link to Bybit, you can actually get up to 42% discount on trading fees as well on top of it, which is going to save you a lot of money. But with TapBit, with my exclusive link down in the description of this video, you can claim up to $32,000 initial deposit bonuses, but there is no discount on trading fees. However, the benefit of TapBit is that it's the same user interface, but they require no KYC. So depending on where you are in the world, maybe it is a good solution for you. Now, going to the next point. And the next point is our AI tokens that we've been taking for our portfolio. So, for example, TAI. Remember TAI, I spoke about TAI. TAI is the AI architecture protocol on Solana, and it's backed by the Solana Foundation. You can go to tars.pro and check them out as to what they do and what is the principal utility of the coin, etc. But generally speaking, it is a Solana coin, and also it is part of the AI narrative, which basically, and it's on Solana, so it is kind of a, tagging both boxes for hype and just possibly some kind of intrinsic value and utility in there as well. So, and they just announced that they are listing on Bybit, and actually with perpetual contracts, so a 25x leverage. So in my opinion, this is also not a bad place to add to TAI, and TAI currently has been pumping quite a bit, and it looks, so we've had some very nice pumps all the way to 20 cents actually, and we started getting into it, well, lower than that. So and overall it's actually looking not that very bad. It looks better than Fetch AI, and it looks better than Tao, which Tao is also another coin that's in AI segment that I'm also picking up on right now. So this also, TAI actually looks much better than Tao, for example. But these things can change at an instant. And again, not financial advice, but you can check out TARS. You can check out their TAI coin. You can also check out Fetch AI, Tao, etc. So now to the news, to the juice of this video. There is a lot of very good news. One of the biggest good news is that Gary Gensler releases a statement suggesting he may be leaving the SEC, so he'll be resigning. So, and of course it's happening. So congratulations to us crypto people. It is a huge victory for us nonetheless. And Michael Saylor says that replacing SEC's chair Gary Gensler is incredibly bullish for digital assets, and it is. And this is just the beginning of the Trump era, which is going to pump the markets like crazy, in my opinion. And we were saying, Gary Gensler coming about and saying that he's gonna actually resign. And following this, what we receive is that 18 US states have filed to sue SEC and its commissioners, accusing them of unconstitutional overreach and unfair persecution of the crypto industry under the leadership of the agency chief Gary Gensler. So they're absolutely done. The policies are going to be changing. That's why Michael Taylor is saying that it is super bullish for the industry, which it is. So, and I'm very happy to see him quit. Nice. Now about the bad news. And actually on this news of Gary Gensler, we've seen a very nice pump in XRP. As I told you before, guys, that I'm not really that very big holder of XRP. I have some XRP, I have a bag, so I'm happy to see it pump to 80 cents on these news. And it's looking very bullish. We're actually breaking 70 cents. And just if we go to the monthly chart, it is about time we actually made this whole accumulation of the last 5 years to finally give us a nice pump. Because I still think that, XRP is also going to do quite well. Maybe not as well as most other coins, but it's because it's just market cap is huge. But overall, it still has a lot of room to grow, and especially with this being out of the way. Now, bad news. And bad news is that October PPI inflation has risen to 2.4% above expectations of 2.3. So we have rising inflation in terms of PPI. And also CPI came out, which is also not very good. And also the core PPI inflation rises to 3.1 and actually also above expectations of 3.0. And a reminder about the October CPI, for example, it rose to 2.6, even though it was in line with expectations, but it was a 0.2% growth anyway from 2.4. And the core CPI inflation was 3.3, which is also in line with expectations, but it's still much higher than we hoped for, to be honest, in general. And we want this 2% target rate for Fed. So therefore, both headline and core inflation are now higher than they were 2 months ago. Not great. And 8% mortgage rates are on their way. And the labor market is also starting to soften here and there. So we really want to see some stimulus, quite frankly, just like China is doing. But overall, this has actually affected the prediction odds of no rate cut in December. And they actually skyrocketed to 38% after Fed Chair Powell actually said that they're not in a hurry to actually cut rates. So because they're saying maybe inflation is stickier than they thought. So overall, this is something that is quite painful to see, because if we really go into the era of stagflation and then some kind of a recession before we hit quantitative easing, which is stimulus and money printing, I mean, there is a lot of money printing already, but I'm talking about this full berserk, endless money printing, and for that we need quantitative easing. Just rate cuts isn't enough. So just hoping that we're not going to have a flash crash, some kind of a black swan event, which is a recession because of softening of the labor market now, And only then we're gonna see this pump to 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. So I'm just hoping that we're gonna still transition through this. But this is what, in my opinion, is kind of keeping the markets in check right now. But just to give you also one piece of news that is just so incredible, which supports the narrative of incredible price growth and appreciation of high-risk assets, just because of things like inflation and the deficit and the debt of corporations, of private individuals, credit card debt, and political stuff. If you look at another month of when it comes to the US government, another $250 billion in deficit spending. The US budget deficit jumped by a massive $257 billion in October. They were expecting $67 billion deficit, but it came in 287% higher. They need to get this fucking money from somewhere. And they have crazy deficits of trillions of dollars. If they say if the company would have this kind of books, it would be bankrupt. But since this is the US government, they have nuclear power and, this world reserve currency power, they're not bankrupt yet. But on paper, they look pretty bankrupt. So that's why we're hoping maybe Trump will really utilize Bitcoin to really strengthen the US dollar, possibly, and try to back it with Bitcoin. Would be pretty crazy. The appreciation of Bitcoin would be just astronomical. But this in general just shows us there is going to be so much money printing because they need to finance the debt. The debt, the interest on the external US debt alone is $1 trillion a year. They need trillions of dollars, and this money is going to end up in the markets. So this is, again, even though this is horrible, it is kind of good for the markets in general, especially the high-risk ones. And also, as on Fox News, it was said that President Trump not only owns Bitcoin, but also wants the US to build a strategic Bitcoin reserve together with Cynthia Loomis and this entire bill to actually purchase about, 200,000 Bitcoin worth $87 billion. Which is pretty insane. They want to accumulate 1 million Bitcoin, 200,000 Bitcoin per year in the next 5 years for the National Reserve, which would be just pretty crazy. So yeah, everything is pumping, everything is staying strong. Be mindful of corrections. Be mindful of everything that is happening with my trades that I'm showing you guys. With the Ethereum trade, the correction can still continue, yes, but in my opinion, there's going to be another generational wealth creation type of an opportunity. And remember about all the bonuses, about the AI coins, and remember about all the bonuses with TabBit as well as Bybit down in the description of this video. And check out this quick tutorial popping up on your screen as to how to trade Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies with proper risk and money management. And as always, peace and love. Thomas Crawler, stay smart, stay incredibly rich, and I'll see you in the next video.